All right. Hello. Hello. We are live. We are in day 3. Good morning, Colleen. Thank you so much for saying good morning from Arizona. Thank you so much for joining me. So today's a big day. I'm going to get into a lot of stuff. I got a lot of notes. Let me see if I can change this over to just my face for a few seconds. There we go. Can you see my full face? There we go. Before we get into the slides. So let me welcome you guys back. And I want to tell you guys, first of all, you are amazing. This is an amazing group going through this challenge. I am really impressed by the homework you're doing. You're doing an amazing job. I want to give a couple shout outs to everyone who has completed homework 1 and 2 that I've seen so far. So we got NASA, we got Tina, Leanne L, Leanne R, we have Sarah, Patricia, Jerry, Alex, Cassidy, who I think might go by Kayla. So Kayla, Leah, Lindsay, Colleen, you guys are crushing it. Good morning, Jennifer from Arizona also. Oh, that's awesome. So if I didn't call your name, that doesn't mean like you're behind or anything. It might just mean I didn't see your homework. You can tag me if I didn't see it. Oh, you emailed me your homework, Jennifer? Okay, I will check my email. I have not checked it for a while this morning, so I will check that again. So shout out to you too, Jennifer. You guys are doing a great job. If you haven't completed homework 1 or 2 yet, don't worry. You're right where you need to be. You can complete it. These lives are going to be up till at least Monday, so you have plenty of time. Hi, Leanne. Oh, I'm so glad you guys are joining me this morning. So I also want to, before I get into our day's thing about email marketing, this is kind of the point in the challenge where some doubts start creeping into people's heads. So I wanted to check in, see how everyone's feeling. Do you feel like you're making some progress in this challenge? Type me in the chat if you feel like you're getting some good takeaways or some breakthroughs, and feel free to share them if you'd like to. I'd love to know. Who else we got here? Hi, Jerry from Ohio. Awesome. So this is the time in the challenge, like I was saying, where the doubts start creeping up a little bit, because as the days go on, I'm trying to push you a little bit more out of your comfort zone, okay? So this challenge it's meant to push you out of your comfort zone and push you to take that action that you have likely been avoiding. So if you're feeling any doubts or like, oh, I'm not sure if I can do this, that is 100% normal. Your brain, it's meant to keep you safe. Like, it's not meant for you to be an entrepreneur where you're constantly putting yourself out there. So your brain's going to start putting these negative thoughts in your head, like, am I qualified to do this? Will this work? And I just want you to, when they're coming into your brain, recognize it, take a second, and then try to reframe that, okay? This is something that I try to teach a lot of my students to do. Mindset is a huge part of being an entrepreneur. Yesterday, I mentioned that Tony Robbins has said that success is 20% mechanics, like the how-to, and 80% psychology. So it's a lot of it's in your brain, a lot of things people have to work through to really get to that next step. So I just wanted to let you know, like, kind of put that out there for you this morning, because this is the point in the challenge where things start to get a little bit more maybe uncomfortable, okay? Okay, so Jerry Ann says me. Colleen says I feel more organized about my approach thanks to you. Oh, I'm so glad. Like, I'm really glad. This is truly, I don't say this with every group. This is an amazing group. You guys are hands-on, you're learning, you're taking action, and I'm loving it. All right, let's get into today's content. So let me switch. Can you guys just let me know? Can you see my slides now? Just put yes in the comments if you can see my slides. I tried to switch over to that so I can make sure that you guys are seeing this. Yes, anyone? Can you see my slides? If you can't, put no, just so that I can know. All right. Yes, okay, great. All right, good. So today is all about email marketing. And there's so much to talk about when it comes to email marketing. I can't get into every single thing today, but I want to give you the must-know things that you kind of really need to get started, okay? I can see the slides. Good. Okay, perfect. So email marketing it's what takes your blog to the next level when you have a blogging business, not a hobby, okay? And before I get into the how to do email marketing, I want to talk more about the why, so you guys really understand email marketing and why you want to be building a list if you want to make money with your blog. So let's get into the next slide. All right, so the first reason you need an email list is because you own it. An email list is something that you have full control over, okay? You don't own any of your social media platforms that you're on, or you don't own the followers on those accounts, right? That means if like Facebook or Pinterest or Instagram decides to shut down your account one day or something goes wrong, you lose all of your followers. All your years of building up that following will disappear. Okay. I've seen this happen to many entrepreneurs. I've had some issues with Facebook a little bit with certain things, and it's not fun. So with an email list, no one else gets to decide how or when you communicate with your audience. You have full control. The second reason that you need an email list is that it allows you to build a connection and a relationship with your audience, okay, your ideal reader. So through your initial emails, often referred to as a welcome series or a nurture sequence, which I might get into a little bit today. I'm not going to get too much into that, but through this, your subscribers are able to learn more about you and discover how you can help them with their pain points. They get to discover how you're the go-to person to help them with this. And then your email list also has the ability to directly reply to you and ask questions, kind of like a lot of you have been doing. You can reply directly to me and I can get back to you. And these conversations, they help build a stronger relationship with your audience, right? And your subscribers, the people that you're getting on your list, they're going to become your most loyal fans. So I hope that's making sense. The third reason that you need an email list is that it will increase traffic and revenue for your business down the line. So when you send an email to your list and you include a link to maybe your newest blog post or podcast or video, whatever type of content you're creating, a percentage of people will then click on that link and go check it out. So if you just have a blog visitor, they might come in through Pinterest or a social media post, but once they're there and they leave, you have no way of getting in contact with them again, right? But once they're on your email list, anytime you have new content, you can directly send it to them. And so you have a person that you're actually sending it to. So that means with the press of your send button, you can instantly get traffic to your site. And if you're consistently offering value to your list, you're eventually going to have a warm audience that is ready to buy from you when you have an affiliate product to offer or a service or product of your own to share. Okay. And the last reason why you need an email list is that it gives you a direct and predictable way to get in touch with people who are genuinely interested in what you have to offer. So email, how do I want to say it? Email, it's still the best way in 2021 to reach your audience. And email's been around forever, but with all those algorithm changes on social media like Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest. I don't know if any of you are on Pinterest, but Pinterest is definitely starting to go down that road where not everyone's seeing your pins. Things are shifting more to that pay to play model with certain platforms where you need to pay for promoted ads to be sure that your followers are actually seeing things. It stinks. But with email, when someone gives you their email address, they're giving you permission to keep in touch with them. And I don't know about you, but I check my email every day. People typically check their email every day. So if you have an important message that you want to make sure gets to your audience, then email is still your best bet. Okay. So does that make sense to you guys? Let me just check my notes. I don't want to miss anything. Let me break this down a little bit more too. Let's check my notes here. Okay. So if you're new to email marketing, let me know. Are you brand new to email marketing? Let me know. It was like, you can say brand new, or I know a little bit about email marketing, or I already started a list. Let me know in the chat, like, where are you with email marketing? Is this brand new to you? Let me know in the chat, because I'm going to break it down here just in case you are new. So basically, when a reader comes to your blog, they come to your website, right? Once they consume the content, like whether they came from Pinterest or, I don't know, Facebook or Instagram, wherever they came in from, they're coming to your blog to read your blog post that they were connected to. And they're going to do one of two things. They're either going to read it and then move on to another website or source, like they're just going to leave your page and move on, or they're going to opt into your freebie, which we're going to get into in a minute, and then become a lead on your email list. And a lead it's someone who, after reading your blog content or watching your video or listening to your audio, consuming it in some way, your content, they're raising their hand and saying, hey, I like what you had to offer. I want to learn more from you. And someone becomes a lead when they give you a way to officially stay in touch with them, which would be via their email address. And again, despite, all the technologies out there, email is still the best way. So we really want to get people on our email list when you're building a blogging business, because I think that's something, it's crazy. Like 70% of people who visit a blog post will never return. So you really want to get a way to capture that lead before they leave. And then from there, you're going to nurture them through like an email series. And I'm going to get into that a little bit more in a second. Okay, so let's see where we are with email addresses. So Colleen says she's brand new. Jennifer said, yes, just started with ConvertKit. Awesome. I'm going to talk about that today. That is my absolute favorite platform. I've been on a bunch, tried MailChimp for a hot second, did not do well with that. I've worked with clients with MailChimp and it's not my favorite. So let's see, Facebook user. Oh, Kayla, I know a little. I have a small list for my business website. Awesome. Jennifer, trying to figure out how to integrate my landing pages to WordPress. Okay, we can work on that, Jennifer. Sarah, I've done it in my past marketing life, but I haven't built much for myself. Okay, so we got varying levels. So some of this might be new to some of you. Some of this will be a review. It's always good to just get that little bit of review, get that foundation. Okay. Don't want to miss anything because I got so much here I want to go over with you guys. All right, let's get into, go back. Okay, so how do you get someone to sign up for your email list and become a lead, right? This is what we got to figure out. How do we get them onto that email list? And let me give you a little hint. You do not want something that says sign up for my newsletter, okay? Let me say this again. You do not want a sign up for my newsletter as your freebie, because in 2021, no one has time for another newsletter, right? Our email inboxes are filled with stuff, right? I don't know about you, but I struggle to organize my emails coming in. I forget who it was talking about organizing emails, but I definitely need a system because my inbox is full. So people, like, no one's going to want to sign up for another newsletter, right? So we're going to put a big X on that. So what you do need to do is you want to offer your reader something of value in exchange for their email address. And this can be, you want it to be simple. Like, you want it to be a simple thing that gives them a really quick win, that moves them forward a little bit towards where they're headed, like towards solving their pain point. It doesn't solve the whole pain point, but it gets them to the next step. And it doesn't involve a lot of time or effort on their part to implement, okay? We want to make it simple, give them a quick win. And you also want to make it pretty simple on your part. You don't want to write like a 500-page ebook as your freebie. First of all, that will take a ton of time, and you're not even sure that it's going to be successful. And number two is that probably no one's going to opt in for a 500-page ebook because they just don't have time to read it as part of a freebie. They're not highly invested. So you want to think of something that's going to give them a quick win that would be valuable for them, okay? And creating a freebie is going to help you kind of test the market. Like, if a lot of people are coming in and signing up for it, then it might be like, I'm onto something for further down the line when you're creating a product. Okay, so again, this type of thing, you might have heard of it as a freebie, an opt-in, a lead magnet, a free gift, any of those things, they're all interchangeable, okay? And you need to make sure, well, let me tell you this first. Okay, so let's talk about a few different opt-in ideas. I have a video with 20 different email opt-in ideas that work really well, but some of them could be like a quick cheat sheet or a checklist, maybe a video tutorial. Like I have a blogging bootcamp video course that takes people through kind of the basics of blogging. It's kind of like this, but it's less interactive, okay? Quizzes are a great thing. I've used Interact Quiz Maker to make quizzes where someone takes a quiz related to your niche, and then to get the results, they have to opt in. There's things like trackers, like a weight loss tracker or a water intake tracker. There's a challenge like this or a webinar. Now, these are much more advanced. They take a lot more time, but I just want to get your mind going. Check out that 20 email opt-in ideas too, if you have time, and that will give you some more ideas too. But I want you guys starting to think today about your niche and what type of thing you could offer. And you want it to be related to your niche and what you eventually want to offer, right? So you don't want to be doing a weight loss blog of some type and then have a cheat sheet for making fudge, right? I know that's really extreme, but I want you to understand, like, it really has to be connected to your niche and what you eventually want to offer down the line. And when I say offer, I don't mean like what you're going to sell, really, like the actual product that you're going to sell. You don't have to have that figured out yet. But as we talked about on day one, like that offer and that, what's the transformation? What are we trying to get them to? Like, what's the pain point we're trying to solve? Okay, let's see. Let me just check the chat here. Alex, I tried to learn ConvertKit in Constant Contact last week, but got lost how to put it on my page. Okay, so I do get into, I'm not going to be getting into like the nitty gritty of how to connect your forms and your landing pages in this training, because that's a much more in-depth training that's not going to work for everyone on this challenge. But I do get into that, the step-by-step on how to connect it with everything in my Blogging Business Blueprint course, which I will be talking about later at the end of the week if you're interested in working with me further, because I have the step-by-step videos on how to connect it all. Jennifer says, quiz maker. Yes, there's something called Interact Quiz. It's really cool. I will put it in the Facebook group. Let me make a note to put it in the Facebook group so I don't forget, because it's really cool. And I think they have a 14-day free to try out. And I think they may have a free version, but you're limited. You might not be able to get opt-ins, which is the whole point. So I will put that in the chat. Okay. Let's go back. Where am I now? All right. So when I say everything needs to be related, when you're thinking of your freebie, I want you to start with the end in mind. So you want to ask yourself, what is my ideal person's biggest pain points? What problem do you need help solving? That's why we started with this on day one, because you really need to be doing that market research before you create that freebie, and get clear on what your target audience specifically needs help solving. Like, what's the end transformation, right? And once you're clear on your target audience's pain points and desires, then you can begin to reverse engineer the whole process so it's all connected. So start by asking again, how can I solve my target audience's biggest main problem? And I'm not talking about like your offer. Like, I'm not saying, okay, I'm going to solve this with a course or a digital product or an ebook or coaching. I'm talking about like, how can I get them to their transformation? And then I want you to take it a step back and ask yourself, okay, well, what type of freebie would give them a quick win and get them on my email list so that I can help them move forward quicker to get that result? And then you want to take it back even further and say, okay, well, if this is my main goal for transformation and this is the freebie I'm offering, what type of content do I need to create to educate that person and get them ready to purchase my product or service, etc., whatever, that would ultimately solve their main big problem, like their biggest pain point, and have that big impact on their life? So you're giving them in your content, your freebie, you're giving them the what, the why, and some of the how, but you're going to save the specific step-by-steps, nitty-gritty stuff for your paid offer down the line, okay? Let me know if this is making sense. Type yes in the chat. Again, I know that I'm throwing a lot at you today, and it may seem a little overwhelming, but no, just recognize that if you're feeling overwhelmed, it's okay. That means you're learning something new. Okay. So let's keep that mindset going, and let me know in the chat. How are we doing? Is this making sense? Just let me know. Yes. Feel free to write down any questions. Jerry Ann says yes. And Jerry, that Jennifer says, yes, awesome. And Jerry, I believe you were the one that I was talking about with this a little bit in the group where you wanted to, correct me if I'm wrong, but you wanted to sell your craft projects, but you wanted to blog about decluttering and I feel like budgeting maybe. And so I was trying to explain to you how that content that you'd be creating would not be leading them into your products by any means. Like it has to be connected. Okay, we have some other Facebook users saying yes, yes, yes. Awesome, awesome. Okay. So everything needs to be closely connected. We went over that. All right. Okay, so this is my little very, what's the word I want to use? Very basic funnel here. So how this works, and I want to just kind of give you that bird's eye view, is that traffic comes in from whatever sources, and we're going to be talking a little bit more about traffic tomorrow and how to get that. But traffic's coming in from whatever source, and then they're either leaving your page or opting in and becoming a lead, which is what we are going for, right? We want them to become that lead. Once they become a lead, they get put into a nurture sequence or a welcome series within your email provider. And again, I'm getting a little bit into this today, but there is a whole automation process. So once someone opts in, they automatically get put into this email series. So you don't have to do a thing. You set it up once and then it runs for you on autopilot. And then those emails that you're sending to your list over time, they help them get closer and closer to solving their pain point and leading them to your end product or service. And this is why, again, niching down is so important. It's why I talk about it from day one, because if you're talking about, let's say, blogging about parenting, weight loss, and travel, those are 3 different types of content that you have to create. And then when you get to the opt-in or lead magnet, people who are interested in parenting are not going to want to opt in for like a cheat sheet on the best places to travel in like a certain city, right? So then you would need to create 3 different opt-ins if you're blogging on 3 different content topics. And then you would have to create 3 different nurture sequences and then 3 different products. So you can see how quickly that would get unmanageable and very overwhelming. So that's why from day one, I try to teach you to niche down. And I know it can be hard to understand that on the first day, but I hope that you're seeing why you have to niche down if you want to make money with your blog. I mean, if you have a hobby blog, you can do whatever you want. But if you want to make money with your blog, this is why you need to niche down. Okay, let's see. Okay, before I go into that, let me just check. Jerry, yes, I'm working on fixing that. Okay, awesome. And guys, it's all a work in progress. And I just want to give you that constructive criticism and help you move along and take action. That's what it's all about this week. Now I want to show you a few opt-in examples from some of my favorite people that I follow or that I've worked with, so that you can get an idea kind of what these freebies look like, the kind of copy that they're using on it, how they're setting it up, so that you can, get inspiration from this. So the first one is from Senny Lenarduzzi. I'm probably going to butcher her name, but she is a YouTube expert. I've followed her as I've started getting into YouTube. And her freebie is 14 Simple Steps for YouTube Success guide that will change your business, and it's free. So here is her opt-in box. It's telling you're getting 14 simple steps for YouTube success. So if you are a new YouTuber or you're looking to grow with YouTube, this would be something that would interest you probably. And she has a box for the first name, the email address, and then she has this bold box that says get it. Okay. Let's move on to Jessica from Hey Jessica. Now this is a quiz. I can tell just from how it's set up, because I use this software that she's using, Interact Quizmaker, and this pops up on her site, which project management system is right for you. You click take the quiz and it takes you through a quiz. To get your results, you have to give your email address. Next up is James Wedmore. I don't know if you guys know James Wedmore. I love him. I follow him. I'm a very dedicated follower of him. He does a lot with mindset. He has a training, my free Rise of the Digital CEO live training to discover the 5 core ingredients every online business needs, including yourself, before you can scale. So you can see that the copy is very concise. It's telling you exactly what you're going to get. And from all these different ones, you can see that there's a big, bright, bold button. We have a gold one, we have a yellow one telling you what to do, sign me up. So you want to make sure that you have a bold button, a clear call to action, okay? Next up is Mindy. I've worked with her, helped her with her WordPress site, and she is now one of my coaches for mindset, all things dealing with that. And she has a audio training called Rewire Your Brain for Success. And actually, it's like a meditation. So when you sign up, she will send you a audio meditation. And again, she's got her big bold button. That she has a pop-up here. This is from Lead Pages. That is something I use as well. You don't need that when you're first starting out, but it's nice to have. So this is another one. Just want to give you some ideas of different things you could do. This is Stephanie's from Wing It on the Homestead. I've helped Stephanie get her blog looking the way that she wanted it. She has a free vegetable garden guide, and you can see she's got it right here, right at the top, and here's her button to opt in for that. And then this is mine. Right now, I think I have a pop-up running for this challenge, which I need to get off since now we're in day 3 of the challenge. But I also have one that's downloaded my free blog launch checklist. So for anyone who's looking to start a blog, I have a blog launch checklist, and you can see I give the information, first name, email, bold button that says I want it. Okay, so any questions with stuff like that? Does that help give you some ideas? My problem is my nurture sequence. I don't know what to send. Okay, I'm going to write that down. We're going to talk about that. Maybe tomorrow's training. Let's see. A lot of people, I think, have it. I'm not sure who this Facebook user is. I would need your name. But a lot of people, that's a common problem, not knowing what to send. And you really, let me dive into this for a second. You really just want to treat them like a friend. You don't want to treat them like a big corporate letter that you're typing out or make it all formal. Like, write to them like you would write to your best friend. I'm actually working on a list of different things that you like, topics that you can send your list, because a lot of people do struggle with this. They get people on their list and then they let them just sit there. Like, they just collect them and then they collect like kind of like virtual dust, like on a bookshelf, right? Where they have this list, but then they don't nurture it. And that is a big mistake. So I'm going to put a note to talk about that a little bit more tomorrow, because we're going to get into that a little bit. I watch Hey Jessica. I watch her also. So is it easy to switch them out? Depending on what you definitely can switch them out. I use Lead Pages, which has a plugin where you can just, on WordPress, where you can easily switch out what you're using. Yes, and Jennifer, I know there is so much to learn when you're first starting out. Just take it day by day. This is just to get your mind going. Set up a basic freebie. You only really need one freebie. You should not be having like tons and tons of freebies. You want to have that big one basic freebie, okay? Stick with one, especially when you're new. I really just have like a few, and I do change them out, but it's taken me a while to get there. I've been doing this for over 6 years. All right. So where can you share this gift? Hold on, let me make sure. Let me just check my notes again. I'm not forgetting anything. Okay, so where are we going to share this gift? So you can put this within your blog post. Like, every blog post you have should have a call to action. This should be in your blog. Your freebie should be in your blog post. You can put it in the middle. You can put it at the end. You can put it at the beginning. You can put it a few different times, because people need to see something more than once for them to take action, okay? You can put it below your header on your website page, or in your footer. So on every page, it would be in the footer. I don't suggest that being the only place you put it in the footer, but you can put it there, but also put it in other places. Especially, I don't know if I mentioned it in this training or if it was in one of my videos, but you want to put your offer above the fold, which means on your website, which means before someone would scroll down. So when someone lands on your website, you want that freebie to be like hitting them in the face. Like, this is what I do. Here's how I can help you sign up for this freebie. with your box. And that is something that I teach you how to do in my course as well. You can put it on your sidebar. A lot of people are searching mobile now and there's no sidebars on there. So that can be one place you put it. It wouldn't hurt, but you need to put it other places. And then you can also put it as a pop-up. If you're using Divi, you have, that's a theme, you have access to something called Bloom, which lets you use pop-ups. You can do pop-ups with something like lead pages. I will put a link to lead pages if you guys want to try out a trial of that as well. I'll put that in our Facebook group and I will email it to those of you who are not in the Facebook group that signed up for the challenge. Okay. Colleen, I personally hate pop-ups for email captures. Do you find that they are a good idea? So I get you. I totally get that. And it depends on how you use them. If you are using a pop-up, I would not have it pop up every single time you go to a page, because that will annoy your user. So you can set, at least on lead pages, you can set a timer for when it goes off. So I have mine going once every day or once every other day. So once they see it once and they close it out, they are not going to see it every single time that they're visiting a different page during their session that day. Okay. So you can change it around. You can there's ways to have the pop-up not pop up for like 10 seconds or a minute. You're able to customize that a lot. So you can work with that within something like lead pages. All right. Sorry, I'm getting like sidetracked a little bit with what I am doing here. All right, so let's move on to, okay, so like I said, don't overthink it, right? I don't want this to cause analysis paralysis. Pick something that's going to give them a quick win. Try it out. It's a freebie. You're not putting a ton of time into it. Try it out. Do trial and error. I did quite a few freebies before I landed on the few that I use now. It's going to be a process of trial and error. Everything with blogging is. You're going to fail, like I said yesterday. Fail forward, move on. If it doesn't work, try something else. And it's all about testing. You will get there. Again, like we said, overwhelm means you're learning something new. This is a little bit more of an overwhelming day because we're getting into some stuff that you probably don't know as much about. So just take it one step at a time. You can do this. All right, now we're going to talk about how to actually set this up. So you cannot use something like your regular email provider, like your Gmail or your Yahoo. They are not bulk email providers. So if you try sending out a ton of email through them, it's going to flag you as spam and cause all kinds of problems. So what you need is an email service provider. And this is a company that provides an email marketing platform whereby you can store and create and send bulk emails. And the good news is there's tons of options. Like I use ConvertKit. You don't have to use ConvertKit. There's ActiveCampaign, there's MailChimp, there's I think Constant Contact. There's all different kinds. I've tried out a bunch of them. Like I said, and ConvertKit is who I love. I've been with them for over 4 years, maybe 5 or 6 years by this point. I don't even know. I've been with them for a really long time. I feel confident that that's who I like to recommend to people. It has helped me grow my list and bring that income that I was trying to get. So it's been amazing. And they do now offer a free plan, which blows my mind. They did not have this when I started. And I've looked into this plan. It's a really good plan for someone just starting out. Because I know when you're starting out, you don't have a ton of money to invest. And this is one place that you can save money. So ConvertKit does have a free plan. There's no catch. You don't have to enter your credit card or give them any information like that. And you can collect up to 1,000 subscribers before they would even start charging you, it's insane. Like your email list is like your business. So when you're ready, this is one thing you do want to invest in, but ConvertKit does have that free plan and it lets you create landing pages. It lets you create forms and connect them. A couple things the free plan doesn't let you do is tag people and get into a lot of automation stuff. Which is a little bit more high level. When you get to that point, you'll be ready to move to the paid plan. But when you're first starting out and you want to just get your feet wet with building email lists, I highly recommend their free plan. Okay. All right. Questions. You should develop a ConvertKit training. They don't have customer service and it's so confusing. I thought they had a chat button. Did they not have a chat button? When you're logged in, I think they have a chat button. But yeah, I can work on doing a ConvertKit training. I use MailerLite because of automation. Okay, so MailerLite has automation in the free plan. Okay, well, that's something if you want to check that out. I'm not familiar with MailerLite. I've never used that one, so I'm not sure how that free plan works, but that's another option for sure. I want you guys to choose what works best for you because this is all about you and you building your business. All right. Okay. So, and as far, like I said to Jennifer, I'm not covering how to connect your forms into your blog. That is something I get into my course. It's too much for today. We're already at, I think, like 35 minutes, but that is something that I do offer for in my paid products. Okay. So your homework for day 3 is I want you to figure out, start brainstorming what free gift or quick win can you offer your readers that they can access, consume, implement immediately. So share your thoughts with me. If you need more help, check out that video, the 20 freebie ideas. I do have that on YouTube. I will put a link to that in our group. Second, we talked about how an email list is essential for your business. Your email list really is your business. So I want you to post what email marketing platform that you are currently using or that you are signing up for today. I want you to take that action because I know this is something you can procrastinate on. You can get a free plan. Someone said through MailerLite. I recommend ConvertKit's free plan. Sign up today. You don't have to put in a credit card, and then post where you set up, who you signed up for. So I know that you did it. Okay. So I really want to push you out of that comfort zone and get you taking action. And number 3 is, if you started this challenge without a blog, I want to know, have you set yours up yet? And I don't mean the full layout, having everything done by any means. I just mean that I want you to take action and set up your blog on a platform. Like, just get it started. Okay. So I want to know, yes, I've set one up, or no, I haven't. And if the answer is yes, what platform is your blog on? And that is your personal choice. I 100% recommend WordPress.org for our blogging business, but that is your choice. And then if you haven't set up a blog yet, I want you to put no, and I want you to give me the date that you're committed to doing it this week, because I have a feeling if you don't do it this week, then you're probably going to keep putting it off. So again, pushing you out of that comfort zone, and let me know your plan for that. Okay. If you answered no, I do have that 20-minute free training. If you want to set it up through WordPress.org, you can search #training in the Facebook group and it will come up. You do not need a domain. You can get a temporary domain until you're ready to launch it. So you don't need to worry about that. You don't have to have your niche figured out because we're not launching it yet. So no excuses, okay? All right. And then when you are done that, I want you to share your homework in the Facebook group, or you can email it to me with #homework3. All right. And that is where we are today. So that was a lot of stuff today. I know, guys. Let me go back to the questions. Thank you. You're welcome, Colleen. I have MailerLite. Okay. Does ConvertKit free plan allow you to email a customized message to each person? Like you have several emails, yet you can address them individually. So that might get into a little bit more of the tagging. So when you tag someone, like you can tag certain people, and then when you go to send out an email, you can select like you only wanted to send to people that have certain tags associated with them. Like for example, with my email list, I have a big email list, but not everyone's doing this challenge. So when I send out challenge emails, when I go in, I can tag, and those of you who are in this challenge, you have a tag that says that you're an August challenge member, and I can just send emails to that portion of my list. I don't know if that's your question, but if you want to send a customized message to each person, you should be able to, Tina, you should be able to just select their email address on ConvertKit. Like there's a way to just, I've sent individual message where you can drop down and just put in their email address. I believe you can do that, but if you want to tag and send it to like a certain portion of your group, I don't think you can do that with the free plan. There is let me go back. When you go to ConvertKit, there's a list of things it does. And when you sign up for free, it might give you some more information or someone to chat with. But I don't know 100% on that. Okay. What if you are still doing market research? That's fine. If you're still doing, like, I want you to work at your pace. So if you're still doing market research, make that a priority over the next few days. Really get that done. And then you have throughout, I think I'm giving you guys till, I think I'm going to be doing the prize drawing either Saturday night or Sunday morning, because I want people to have the weekend, probably Sunday. So you guys have the weekend to really, finish up and take action on those steps that you're working on. Is your WordPress link available via YouTube videos? My WordPress link, Colleen. Let me know what you mean by that. I'm not sure what you mean by WordPress link. You can just reach out to me, send me an email in case we end this before you write back. Okay, any other questions on email marketing as of right now? And again, just put #question if you have any more questions, and I will gladly get back to you. Okay, so let me get, Tina says, I see, but how do you do it? Like, you're able to email us with Dear Tina or Dear Maureen, even though you're sending the same message in bulk. It was hard to explain. Okay, gotcha. So there is a thing within ConvertKit, and I don't think I can share my screen with the setup I have now, but there is a thing that it's like a coding thing that they do for you, and there's a drop down thing and it says use subscriber's name. So it's a tag, and for each person, it just automatically enters your name. Maybe I'll try to do a, I don't know if I'm gonna have time to do a video on it, but there is a drop down within there that can show you it. If you do sign up for ConvertKit, and I do have a link that I'll give you. I am an affiliate for it. I mean, when you guys sign up for the free plan, I don't get any money for it at all. It's just, that's what I love and recommend. And so that's what I'm giving to you. But if you want to sign up through my affiliate link, you can for the free plan. It doesn't give me anything unless you decide to purchase later on. But if you go through that and you still need some more help, you can reach out to me and I can give you more help with that, Tina. Because there is a way to do it. It's super simple. It's like a one click and you've got that. So yes, you can do that with the free plan. You mentioned #training in Facebook group and said something about signing up. Oh, okay. So when you say WordPress link, Colleen, are you talking about how to set up your WordPress blog? Yes. If you search training in the group, you can find it. If you are not, oh, that's right, because you don't have Facebook, right, Colleen? Yes, there is if you go to YouTube and you go to my channel, there is a video that says updated WordPress setup, I believe it's called. I will email it to you, but there is a video for that. Okay. Think I got all the questions. If you have more questions, again, reach out to me. I am here all week to serve you and help you move forward. Thank you so much for joining me again today. I am excited to see your homeworks 3 and keep moving forward with you. All right. Have a great day, guys, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.